everyone, I'm Colleen with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. Born in the year 1007 to a poor family in Ravenna, St. Peter Damian was the last of 7 children. When he was born, his mother felt overwhelmed, and she had no desire to care for one more child. He would have been left for dead if not for the kindness of a family friend who encouraged his mother to care for him. Peter's childhood would be far from easy, though. His mother died, leaving him orphaned and in the care of an older brother who mistreated him. Finally, after several years of harsh treatment, he was taken in and educated by another brother, Damianus, who was archpriest of Ravenna. Peter thrived under his care and added his name to his own, becoming Peter Damian. Excelling in studies, he eventually landed at the University of Parma, and by the age of 25, he had become a well-known professor in both Parma and Ravenna. Even during his time in secular life, he was known for his acts of penance. He wore a hair shirt under his clothes, fasted rigorously, and spent many hours in prayer. Then, in 1035, he discerned a call to religious life and joined the isolated Benedictine hermitage in Fonte Avellana. While there, he intensified his penitential practices to such a degree that he eventually suffered from insomnia and discovered the need for prudence with his strictness. He quickly became a spiritual guide to many of the monks and was so popular that he was invited to teach at neighboring monasteries. Before long, he was elected prior and helped establish 5 new houses in the surrounding regions. Then, in 1057, he was called by Pope Stephen IX to Rome to help reform the clergy. Appointed cardinal and bishop of Ostia, Peter helped to fight against the evils of simony and Nicolaism within the church. Used as a peacemaker and a troubleshooter, Peter was sent into difficult situations to help settle disputes. He worked to return religious life to primitive discipline and warned clergymen against the lure of comfortable living. Over the course of his lifetime, he wrote over 170 letters, 53 sermons, and 7 different biographies, adding to the rich understanding of theology in the church. Longing for the simplicity of monastic life, Peter was finally permitted to retire as bishop and return to the life of a hermit. However, he was still called upon as a papal legate in church matters and journeyed to different cities in continuing efforts to reform those who were in error. Eventually, after returning from one such assignment, Peter Damian fell sick with a fever and died surrounded by his brethren in the abbey in 1072. He was immediately declared a saint by the people and was officially declared a doctor of the church in 1828. Pope Benedict XVI described him as one of the most significant figures of the 11th century. Peter Damian is an example to us of the power of prayer, penance, and humility. Although he would have preferred a simple life as a hermit, he was a willing tool in God's hands and used his gifts to guide others in their spiritual journeys. His personal commitment to self-reform made him the perfect man for the job when it came to correcting clergymen in error and fighting against abuse in the church. His life should challenge us to consider how we might deepen our prayer lives. We should consider what acts of penance God is calling us to in order to reform our own hearts. St. Peter Damian, pray for us.